y'all, welcome back. So y'all know that this channel is like my diary, so I just hope that people can resonate with me and understand kind of what I'm going through as a 30-something millennial, and as Duke comes and interrupts me. Say hi, Duke. Right, we're gonna try this again. All right, y'all. So, story time. Story time. So today I want to talk about why I left New York. So it has been, y'all, I think 8 months, 8 entire months since I left New York. And it was such a hard decision. I was born and raised there my entire life. I went to college away from New York for a few years, came right back, and lived there until I was in my 30s. So I was like, it's time to go. It's time to go. So I kind of want to talk about what happened, and kind of what made me even choose to leave to come to Charlotte, North Carolina. So, all right, y'all, let's get it started. Cheers. So, reason 1, cost. Y'all, like, I don't think y'all understand how expensive New York is. Like, I feel like because I lived there, it didn't faze me. And then one thing I will say about New York is there is Manhattan prices, and then there's other prices. So you can definitely, due to competition, there's always someone doing something or doing the same thing. Things can be a little bit cheaper than it is in other ways. Flights are cheaper because everything is flying out of New York. Other than that, y'all, it's crazy. So you're taxed out the wazoo. Forget buying a house, because to get something decent that you would like, we're talking $1 million or better, right? If you're in the city in Long Island, if you kind of push, to the upstate regions, of course you can get something reasonable. But who wants to live there? No shade to people who live there. I'm sure it's wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna get in trouble. Y'all gonna get me in trouble on this channel. And I started to look around and say, okay, I want to buy something. I want to buy a home. I want to buy property. I want to start my wealth journey. And I know the first thing is to own something. Y'all, I started looking around. Everything looked crazy. And when I tell you, this was like a COVID, when everyone was trying to buy a house and move in. So the prices were like astronomical. And I was like, oh no, I'm not going to do this. And these houses were built in like 1925. So I'm not getting nothing modern. It's overpriced. I'm gonna have to work really hard to pay it off. I'm not in love with it. So that's kind of what started my little like, I don't know, I may have to go. And I don't know if I wanted to do an upstate move. Like I didn't think that fit me. I think I'm a real city girl. I don't need too much land, not too much on it, not too much, cutting grass, not too much leaves. That's not me. That's not me. Reason 2, y'all. So for me, for the average person, New York is a bad investment. To accomplish kind of felt like what was my next phase in life. It was marriage, children, house, 2.5 kids, white picket fence. I was like, it's so hard, right? So then inflation hits, and then I saw like all my gains get wiped away, like literally in a few months. Like everything that you thought you were a part of, every place that you thought you hit, literally got wiped away in a few months. So I was like, this may be a bad investment. And if I'm serious about the next phase of my life, I may have to go somewhere else. And then you kind of see like the disillusionment. Of the people around us for the same reasons. So you're trying to partner, and everyone's kind of disillusioned a little bit. And not because they aren't doing well, but because it's like, you just have this feeling like there's something more that should be happening here. So New York was a bad investment. Starting out, bad investment. Reason 3, how you outgrow spaces. So like I said, I've been here my entire life. my family as well. And I think, well, I've been here my entire life. My family has been here for a long time too. Um, and, you know, I'm super, super duper introverted. Super duper, like, you know, listen, like making friends, when I make a friend, I make a friend, but it's rough. It's a rough little journey in the beginning to make a friend. Just because I'm shy. It's hard for me to come out there and be myself or give people a reason to be attached sometimes. So I realized I was so comfortable. And when you are comfortable, there is no growth. There is no growth, y'all. So I was just like, well, I'm so comfortable. Like, I don't feel a need. I have my friends. I don't feel a need to meet anyone else. And I feel like I was in kind of like a functional depression where I was like, get up, work, do the same thing. Also, just on a really vulnerable tip, I felt like I saw the shift in kind of like where my family started to look to me as perhaps the head of households. And I just kind of felt like, I don't know if I want to lead this household. I want to lead my own house. So, you know, I want you to be successful. I want the true leaders of the household to lead the household. And I kind of felt like I was enabling a little bit. I was definitely enabling by just being there and trying to do, you know, trying to fix problems and be there. So it's like, I gotta go because they were trying to give me a family that I didn't listen. I don't have. so I gotta go. Also, like, I have a small business and I wanted to scale up, and there's so many things I need to do with it that requires me to be a little bit more extroverted, that I know I needed to be uncomfortable to really follow my dreams. So this was, my leaving was to follow growth. And I feel like I was just ready for the next phase of my life. So reason 4, and let me say this, I want to say this with my mom. New York is the best city in the world. So we're not going to sit here and pretend. I'm not going to sit here and mince words. This is not, I hate New York. This is just being honest about what my experience is and why I left. And maybe other people left too and they can relate. Because a lot of y'all are down here with me too. So I'm not the only one that left. And I know a lot of people are in Houston. A lot of people are in Atlanta that were New Yorkers. So this is not that. This is not that video. I'm sure they're on here. But let me tell you, I'm New York strong. Okay? All right. So my 4th reason is New York is ghetto, y'all. New York is ghetto. I love it. It's the best thing in the world, but yo, it can be ghetto. First of all, you know, you got Mayor Adams. That's it. We don't gotta say anything else. You see these rats running around. I am serious about Mayor Adams, though. I think that he's interesting. And the governor, Kathy, help me say her name. You know, she's looking real interesting too. So we'll see what happens with that. But what I will say is, I realized when you, because I lived in Queens, so everything is far, right? So if I wanted to get some decent healthcare, I'm traveling. I want to go to get some dinner, some really nice, I'm traveling. It's like everything's so close. Like, we as people are close, but the establishments are far away. And so what I noticed when I moved is that everything is within 10 minutes. Orange Theory, the doctor, urgent care, the outlets, Walmart, Target. Like, everything is within 10-minute radius. I could walk to some stuff. So I was able to get so much of my life back, and not have to, you know, prepare and be on the train for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Of course, I know the people who probably are in Brooklyn or Manhattan can walk to different places, have a similar experience, but how much are you paying to do that? And so it's just a rat race. It's grueling. And I think that I didn't realize how much it was until I moved out, and I was just like, wow. What I will say is that I am thankful for the grueling. Like, I feel like it made me who I am today. Made me work hard. It made me want more. So that I'm so thankful. But yeah, New York really became too small for me. And I truly, truly outgrew the space, and I'm super uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, let me tell you. Super happy though. And so I feel like if you're kind of trying to make the leap, thinking about it, it's a good decision. It was a good decision for me. Seasonal depression is real. So these 4 seasons, even though I still get 4 seasons, let me not hold you. It doesn't get as cold here. It doesn't get as cold here, but the winter time is that winter New York glow. That's why the summers are so lit. You have to be out every summer. You have to be out every summer. So yeah, so if you move, let me know why you moved. If you're thinking about moving, might be a good if you kind of have a similar experience as me, if you're a similar person to me. But yeah, y'all, I love that y'all. Yeah, y'all, I love that y'all really are listening to my story time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all 4 of you that will see this video. But I told y'all this is like my diary. So, peace out, guys.